Hi, guys. Hi, I hope everyone is doing well whenever you tune in and see this day or night. So, this is going to be a general reading for fire sign Leo for October 28th through November 9th. It is a timeless reading, which means it could resonate for some people 6 months in the past or 6 months in the future, days, weeks, hours, years, etc. So, always keep that in mind as well. And for people who do celebrate Halloween, right? Happy Halloween. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep this mask on because it's super itchy. All right. But yeah, we're going to get into your reading here in just a moment, Leo. I pulled all of your cards. And yeah, it's really good to be back here. I took some time off as I moved across country and got settled with friends and family over here on the East Coast. So, anyway, I am back and I'm ready to be with you guys. So, what else was I going to say? Yeah, so I also, for people who are new, just a reminder, I do take one photo at the end of all of the cards, and I will be posting that on my Facebook page in case you want to look at it while you watch or listen or see it at a later time. So if you want to do that, all you have to do is click in the description box below and follow the instructions there on a way. Follow the instructions there on your way to see the photo of the cards. Okay. So yeah, let's get started here. I'm going to take this off because it is pretty itchy. All right. So I hope everyone is doing well. And so yeah, this is going to be a couple of general astrology notes for everybody during this time frame. I will try to post a timestamp afterwards. If you're not interested in the astrology notes or you've heard them before for this series, then you can just skip forward later and go straight to the tarot reading. All right, so as most of you probably already know, we're already in Scorpio season, which started on October 23rd. And seeing as though today is the 29th for a couple more hours, 2 more hours over here. Yesterday on the 28th, we had a last quarter moon, okay? And then tomorrow on October 30th, Mars is going to be entering into Scorpio. So Mars is the ruler of Aries, right? Most people think of the god of war of Mars. So on the shadow side, it deals with anger, frustration, and a fighting energy. But on the more higher vibrational side, it also deals with being creative, leadership roles, and wherewithal, okay? So there could be some themes tying in there with the Scorpio themes as well. So Scorpio being the water sign and dealing with themes of endings, new beginnings, creativity, secrets, etc. Okay, so if you want to learn more about it, you can always type in Mars in Scorpio. What does it mean if I'm a Leo or if I'm a Virgo, etc. Okay. And then also on November 4th, we have a new moon in Scorpio, again, Scorpio season. So the new moon, some people like to use it to make magic, do their manifestations, or set their goals, as the moon is the smallest and it's slowly growing to a full moon. But you can do your manifestations and magic at any time as long as your intention is the most important. Now, the next day on November 5th, Venus, which covers love, assets, and big wealth, is going to be entering into Earth sign Capricorn. So there could be some love, assets, big wealth themes tied in with Capricorn Saturn energy, which deals with getting more serious responsibilities, hardworking energy, and leadership roles as well. All right. And then on the same day, on November 5th, there's a lot going on November 5th. We have Mercury, which covers communications and electronics, just to name a few. It's going to be entering again into Scorpio, water sign Scorpio. So dealing with endings, new beginnings, secrets, creativity, etc. Okay, and then the last astrology note here we have for you guys is Athena Pallas, which is an asteroid, not a planet, is going to be going direct. And she has been in retrograde since July of this year. Okay, so Athena obviously being the Greek goddess of wisdom. She also represents talents in the arts, defense, intuition, and justice, like a little bit of Libra energy there too, right? And so when Athena Pallas goes direct, some questions we can ask ourselves is, who is wise and who says that they're wise? And kind of ask yourself, you know, around those beliefs of certain people that you may already follow or appreciate or respect or enjoy, right? But just kind of questioning yourself again. And it's always good, no matter what your age or time or astrology is going on, right? To kind of question things in that way. Now, also, when I mentioned defense with Athena Pallas, the asteroid, when we talk about defense, not only the outside of our bodies, we also talk about the inside defense, right? So during this time, since now she's going to be going direct, hopefully for some people, our immune systems, our body is going to be stronger now, which is really important and sounds good to me, right? All right, so that's it for your astrology notes. So I'll just put those over here. And we're going to get into your reading. I also wanted to say, I forgot to say in the beginning, is that we all have 12 zodiac signs throughout our birth chart, right? We're not just our sun sign, a moon sign, or rising sign, okay? So depending on what's going on in your life, you can resonate more with your moon sign or your sun sign, okay? But always check your other placements, and that's why I always encourage everyone to get a free birth chart online just by Googling it, okay? So we're going to get into your reading here. And I did want to say, Leo, that if this isn't your energy, it could also be the energy of the person you're dealing with, people you're dealing with, or your general environment situation here. So let me just adjust myself a little bit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about your cards here in the center. And then we're going to work outwards to your tarot confirmation cards and also talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each deck here to get even more information. And then at the very end, we'll talk about your couple oracle cards, okay? So this first row in the center is energy starting around October 28th. It's not exact. It could be a little bit before, a little bit after, and then going through the rest of this week and this upcoming weekend, right? And then this second row here is really the energy possibly for some that first week of November till about November 9th, okay? So, Leo, you have 5 of Sacred Circles, also known as 5 of Pentacles in the right side up position. Princess of Staves or Princess of Wands in the reverse. 2 of Staves in the right side up position. 7 of Swords in the reverse. Princess of Sacred Circles in the reverse. And the World right side up. Okay. So I also want to call out, because I've been trying to do it in the beginning of the reading, some of the other zodiac signs I do see here in your reading, in case you want to see if the people you're dealing with have some of these signs, or they have a particular amount in their chart or in your chart, or in your chart, or vice versa, or nothing at all, right? So we have the star over here that we'll talk about later. That's Aquarius energy. I'm just doing the major arcanas. And what else do we have? A little bit of Pisces energy with the World. And that's pretty much it. I don't want to go too far into all the other, minor arcanas. I just do the majors. Okay, so let's get into it here, Leo. So with this 5 of Sacred Circles, starting off your reading, this is an energy of you yourself or the person you're dealing with, general environment situation, is wanting to take some type of retreat, some type of spiritual break to go and find the answers. Just turn that down. I have that on mainly for my dogs. Okay. But yeah, this energy here is going off to take a break. And if you look close into the card, you can see these 2 women, right? Hopefully it'll focus. And one is wearing horns. Come on, camera. There we go. And the other one's opening the hut, right? So the one that's wearing the horns is performing some type of spiritual rite here, ritual, okay? And so this is an energy that's very similar to the hermit in a way of going within, trying to find answers within, and really trying to figure out what possibly your next move is while slowly stacking your abundance, since it is a Pentacles card. Now, this could be energy from the recent past, and what is recent, you have to ask yourself that, It could be a couple of days ago, weeks ago, months, or even years. Okay. But before we go forward to your second card, this is actually where Spirit wanted me to talk about what was in the top and the bottom of your other deck here. This is the Llewellyn deck, the one with the yellow border. Okay, so this is again energy from the recent past. So here you have that Aquarius energy with the star in the right side up position and then the tower in reverse. A little bit of Scorpio energy, but it depends on who you ask, right? But basically, this star card is so beautiful. It's about hope and inspiration, being open to receive from the universe, also being in control of your emotions, right? It also has kind of the energy of the Temperance card as well, about having patience and balance. And she's, almost similar to the Temperance card because she doesn't have her foot in the water yet, but it's almost like she's being led there. I don't know if you can see that, okay? But really beautiful energy in the past. But then, despite that really beautiful open energy, there was some type of resistance to a change, a small change, a big change. But you see that with the tower here in the reverse position. So some type of enlightenment, spiritual download, aha moment, I finally understand, was being blocked, okay? And so it seems like you, Leo, yourself, or the person you're dealing with, or general environment situation was really trying to go inward with your first card in the main six, right? To find the spiritual reasons why, okay, that there is, such a dramatic change of energy. I mean, if you just look at the star and the tower in reverse, one is really open and ready to receive and hopeful and inspired, and the other one is resisting change, okay? So we'll get into more why we have these cards, but you still have a really good reading for real. I know people are always like, you say that every reading, but it's true. Sometimes it, turns out really good at the end here. So let's keep going forward though. Your second card here, Leo, is the Priestess. Not the Priestess, sorry, maybe it is a Priestess for somebody. It's the Princess. Princess of Staves, also known as Princess of Wands, in the reverse position here. And this talks about, for some people, not everybody, right, since it's general reading, there could be some issues with confidence, of leveling up, being scared to level up in some way in a relationship, a job, project with friends or family or whatever it may be, okay? But there's also some type of questioning here of somebody's loyalty, right? Because when the card is right side up, you see this beautiful Egyptian princess and she has a dog right next to her, okay? So the dog represents that loyalty. So there could be somebody questioning someone else's loyalty here, or just, like I said, dealing issues with confidence or not quite ready to level up in some way. But then your very next card here, Leo, is the Two of Staves in the right side up position. This card has been coming out in almost every reading in a different place, different placement, right? I feel like this is a lot of Scorpio energy, okay? You see this Egyptian woman lounging here and looking out at the Nile River, okay? So it's about fertility, about creativity, a project about to start. But for some reason, there's a little bit of waiting here, okay? But it is about new beginnings and moving forward, okay? And also with the Nile River in the background, it could also be that the reason why you have to wait, or they have to wait, or the general environment has to wait, is because there's the balancing of the emotions here with the Nile River in the background. Now, it seems like that's really for your benefit here, Leo, because your fourth card is the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. And this is how you want to see this card, right? So normally right side up, you see this Japanese man holding all these swords, and there's a gossiping group of people behind him, okay? So it's about carrying a burden, fear, anxiety, worry, overthinking, being too much up in your head, or even depression, right? When it's right side up, but it wasn't that way for you, okay? So it's about letting all those things go. Also knowing when you're winning, okay? And not paying attention to any gossip, all right? So this is a really good energy, and you could be getting into this energy here, Leo, for possibly some of you guys more towards that first week of November, okay? Now there is another small moment or pause or a little bit of a blockage here, because again, there's like just this general feeling in your reading of, for some people, not wanting to level up or being scared to go to the next step in something here. And we'll get into more why in your confirmation cards in just a moment. But yeah, you see this Native American woman. Normally she's pregnant, she's holding another baby to the side of her, right? But it's in reverse for you. Okay. So somebody could be scared to give birth to a new project, relationship, job, family, or an actual baby, right? Whatever it may mean for you, okay? And if it's not being fearful of that or not ready, it could just be a general blockage of some stagnant energy or feeling scared of lack of abundance in some way here, okay? But look, Leo, what do we have next? The World, okay? Beautiful. I haven't seen this card in any of the other readings so far. Sorry, I'm just turning this up a little bit. So this is really beautiful. The World speaks of endless possibilities, right? Carving something out of nothing, okay? And really does have some Scorpio energy too, just like the Two of Staves or Two of Wands that I talked about before. But this is even more so, okay? It's just like, this is your time. That there's whatever you want to create or manifest in your life, right? Abundance isn't just money, right? It can be goals in your life, however your world is being created, okay? This is beautiful, all right? And so I feel like this is, we're going to go back a little bit actually before we go to your confirmation cards. I left something out here a little. Hold on. That's a little loud. Okay. So just to step back for a moment here, to go back to your fifth card, the Princess of Sacred Circles in the reverse position with that pregnant woman, right? Spirit wanted me to talk about, with this card, what is on the top and the bottom of your other deck here. I'm sorry, move that. Okay, so this is the deck, the Ancestral Path, I want to use for the main six. So this is, again, past energy. Okay, so you have the Queen of Staves in the reverse position and the Knight of Staves right side up. And the staves are also known as wands, right? So when we're talking about these two cards along with this Princess, okay, of Pentacles or Princess of Sacred Circles, it's the same thing, just a different name. It's really showing us that in the recent past here, Leo, there was possibly, again, some kind of confident issues. If it wasn't confidence, sorry, not confident, but confidence. If it wasn't confident issues, it could have been somebody not quite ready in the recent past to step into their own power, right? To be royalty, to be a queen, to be a leader, okay? And also there is that water, right? The Nile River over here in the background. So again, trying to balance the emotions in the correct way. Well, all of that was going on in the past. Here you have some type of sudden communication coming in. It could be a communication that you give to someone, or you gave to someone since it's past, right? Or somebody gave to you, or just a general message from the universe. But when it came in, it could have been very shocking, right? You see these birds and they're flying in the air, and then these fast arrows or wands or staves, right, are coming in, and it's almost like this literally fight or flight kind of reaction, right? Because the birds are flying. So it's like this survival kind of surprise thing coming in, okay? And so that could have set you off or someone else, the general environment situation, where then they were not feeling as abundant or not quite ready to give birth to whatever it is, you were trying to manifest, all right? But as we know, things all work out because then you have the World card, right? The World is full of possibilities. Very nice, abundant, full of momentum energy. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get into your confirmation cards to get a little more information here before we finish the reading. All right, so I'll call them out and then we'll go in order. You have Four of Swords in the reverse position, Seven of Pentacles in the right side up position, and Five of Swords in the reverse position. So with this Four of Swords and these two cards, the first two confirmation cards is usually past energy, and then the third is a little bit of past and future, but more future energy. Okay, so in the recent past, somebody possibly took time to go inward, right? We know that a little bit with the Star card, that Hermit energy, but then there was a blockage. So it could have been that you were putting something to rest, or the other person was, or the general environment situation, excuse me, in the recent past, right? But then out of that rest came more mental clarity, right? Because when this card is reversed, actually now the swords are right side up how you would normally see them, okay? Here they're going down. She's going inward to recharge her batteries and rest, or put something to rest. But here you're coming out of that. You have that mental clarity and you've put whatever you need to put to rest, and you're now coming out, okay? So this energy is supportive of the Five of Sacred Circles upright and the Seven of Swords in the reverse position here. The card it is confirming these two cards, right? So it's saying that this energy of now having mental clarity led to being more open to have this spiritual retreat, to go inward, just like the Star and the Hermit, just like the Five of Sacred Circles, to find your own answers. And then you get even more clarity with this Seven of Swords in the reverse position, right? Letting go of any anxiety, worry, fear, overthinking, depression, lower vibrational frequencies, right? But also knowing and being okay with admitting if you did win something, right? He looks like he won something, but almost like he stole it. So it's like not caring if people don't understand how hard you worked for something. It's not your job to prove to them that you really are really credited for what you received in the past. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Now moving forward. Your second confirmation card here, Leo, is the Seven of Pentacles in the right side up position. Okay, so this is a card that talks about hard work, right? Sorry, one second. Shh, come here. No. Hermes, come here. No. Hardworking dogs barking too much, chihuahuas. Sorry about that, guys. So actually, when I was looking at this card just a moment ago, I was thinking about the Capricorn energy, right? We said in the astrology notes that on November 5th, Venus, love and assets, and big wealth is entering into Capricorn. Capricorn energy is very much the Seven of Pentacles energy. Sorry. Come here. Cleo, I'm going to kill you right now. What are you guys barking at? Shh, 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 shh. Come here. Hermes. I'm going to kill you. Stop. Oh. Okay. Sorry, guys. So, back to that Capricorn energy, the Seven of Pentacles energy, this hardworking energy, okay? This is your second confirmation card, right? So this is about looking at this monk who's looking at the tree, and he's saying, okay, this is all the work that I've done so far, but I'm also looking at the work that still needs to be done. So it's an honest, I can't even think of the word, the honest, intake, okay? The honest intake of like, did you work hard enough? Did you overwork, right? Did you delegate? Okay, it's an evaluation is what I'm trying to say. That was the word I was looking for, evaluation, okay? And this is past energy. So when it's coming in here and it's confirming the Princess of Staves in the reverse and the Princess of Sacred Circles in reverse, this is where we have that confidence issue for some people, not everybody, right, Leo? They're like, I don't have a confidence issue. Okay, then it's not that message right there is not for you, okay? But the rest of it still may resonate, okay? So, this is like, okay, is there a loyalty issue, right? Remember the dog really small here? Okay. Are you being loyal to the right people? Are they being loyal to you? Are they having an honest evaluation of themselves and of you? And this is something you definitely always have to think about before you get about to give birth to something, right? All right. Hopefully that made sense. Now, your third confirmation card here, Leo, we have the Five of Swords in the reverse position. And this is another nice card to have in the reverse position, okay? Because it means letting go of any mental confusion from the past and now getting ready for the present, okay? But this... So I have the windows open. I'm going to close the window. Guys, come here. Ready? No more. Okay. Sorry, guys. Back to the Five of Swords. All right. This energy, when it's in the reverse, it also, since it's future energy here for you, Leo, talks about, again, knowing when you've won and not fighting yourself, not competing with others or competing with yourself. It's kind of similar energy to the Seven of Swords in the reverse position, right? So some people say that when you're looking at this card right side up, they're fighting themselves. They're taking all of these swords. They don't need all these swords. You only need one sword, right? And this is the past and this is the future. So you're fighting yourself, but you stop doing that, or the other person stops doing that, or the general environment stops doing that. And that's really good, right? Because then you get that mental clarity. So very nice. Oof, it sounded like it was really hard to get through that reading. Sorry about the interruption, guys, with my dogs. Okay, so yeah, Leo, I see some good stuff here because well, actually, we didn't show the cards it was confirming, so let's do that too. You end with the World card. Like I said, world is full of possibilities. You create your reality, right? So the more mental clarity that you have, and the more here that you are in control of your emotions, taking cautious steps, but now ready to move forward into something new, create a new project, business, relationship, whatever it may be. Okay, you can do it. I believe in you. All right, so let's go over your oracle cards real quickly before you go. Very timely message here. Your first oracle card, this is your animal oracle card. It's the Wolverine, and it's super cute. And it says, you are a lot tougher than you think you are. Yes, I was just saying, I believe in you. All right, Leo, you got that fiery energy. You can do this. So this could be a particular message for some of you guys at this time. And like I always say, feel free to look up the animal spirit guides in more detail. Look up the shamanic meaning or the power animal spirit meaning if you want to see how this animal can help you through this time period. All right. And then your second oracle card here, Leo, your love message, whether you're watching for romantic reasons or platonic love with friends or family, or even self-love, all right? Sorry, I'm laughing because I'm just laughing at myself sometimes. Okay, so your message is love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. You can see it there. All right. So obviously, if this is a romantic reason you might be watching this video, it's pretty self-explanatory. If it's self-love, that's what self-love is all about, right? Not only to make yourself more attractive to others, but to appreciate yourself and know your worth, right? And then you could also apply it to friends and family, right? The more you respect yourself and have self-respect, then you attract more of those things, the law of attraction with friends or family, okay? And just bringing more abundance in general. All right. Now your third oracle message here, final oracle message, is the Lady of the Gift. Okay, and you see this fairy woman, and she's blowing fairy dust out, and there's crystals, and it kind of looks like a castle, kind of cold image, right? But it talks about generosity, receiving, but it also talks about withholding. So this card actually definitely reminds me as well of your first card, the Five of Sacred Circles or Five of Pentacles, because you talk about generosity, you talk about giving back, right? So, whoever was going on the spiritual retreat in the beginning, going inward to the hermit, leaving the village, right? They left the village to go off on their own. It's really about being thankful to the other person that is leading you on some type of spiritual journey, or they doing that to you, being thankful to you, right? And so this card is like, don't withhold stuff, because if you withhold stuff or you don't give back to others, you're not going to get anything back in return. But that also shouldn't be the reason why you do that, right? It should be because you know that we're all connected, and that energy moves where it's supposed to go, right? So if you're giving to others, not everything, but a little bit, what you can, and I'm not talking about money, I'm talking about time, teaching someone a skill, helping someone, old lady, carry their groceries, whatever it may be, right? That actually makes you more abundant and going forward into the future and more magical. All right. So that's the best way that I can say that. But yeah, that is your reading, guys. Thank you so much, as always, for your likes, for your shares, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And always feel free to let me know in the comments down below if this resonated for you. Hopefully in the future here, when I get a little more settled as well, I want to start doing some other videos besides the general zodiac videos. So it's coming, guys. I know I've been talking about it for a while, but I promise it's coming. All right. So anyway, guys, take care, and I'll see you later. All right. Bye.